You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening, it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. And we are back with Lisa Waters Lain in the studio. She comes each week and just shares her garden insights that different, you talk to 10 gardeners about any given idea, you'll get at least 12 ideas. So I think it's good to hear some creative companions, that kind of stuff. So we give this segment to Lisa each week just to kind of share. So it's just not me the entire hour every week.
That's probably good.
Yeah, it's very good. Glad you're here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So what do you got for us this week? What's going on?
Well, we discussed earlier about fall. Some of those fall colors are starting to show up. And I thought we would talk about some shrubs or plants that can give you that real pretty fall color out in the yard.
Yeah.
So the first one I thought about is the heucheras. So heucheras or coral bells. Perfect. Well, there are just so many. I told our guy, I said, find me some pretty fall colored heucheras, things that give us that look. And he brought in Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby's good.
Which is a real pretty, kind of a little more reddish overtones, but the color is fantastic on it. Siren Song Orange.
Ooh, orange and red.
Which is a great fall color. And then Northern Exposure Amber, which is a little bit lighter color. It kind of has a burgundy on the back side of the leaf and more fall orangey color on the top side of the leaf. So it's actually really
two
pretty.
bicolored.
Yeah.
One color, I hear red on the bottom and red, orange on top. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So heucheras are amazing little perennials. They actually do quite well in a number of locations.
Oh, yeah.
Do great in containers. Be really pretty. Some heuchera mixed with some mums or grass in there. So just gorgeous. I actually love the colors on
perennials.
Those.
They're going to come back for years and years and years. So once and done. That's a great thing about perennials.
Right. You don't have to keep replanting all the time. So some others that do really pretty. So right now we have a Tuscan Flame Heavenly Bamboo or Nandina in. The Tuscan gets about 4 by 4, somewhere in there, but it has a real pretty dark red leaf to it. So in the fall and winter, especially those in the full sun locations, they get some really striking fall color. So there's Tuscan Flame, there's Plum Passion Nandina, which gets more purpley, and it gets a little taller. And then there's Gulfstream, which is about a 3 by 3. But there's also one called Firepower Nandina. So Firepower actually has a little bit bigger leaf. It's more of a lobe, a rounded leaf as opposed to the pointy ones, but they get red in the fall. Just red. So they're kind of green, good part of the year, but that fall color is just
the new growth even comes out with some new color. So the new growth, it can bloom some white flowers sometimes. It's evergreen. Animals don't eat Nandina or Heavenly Bamboo. Heavenly Bamboo, your grandparents grew. That's a great big one. Gets above head height. It's a monster. These shorter, newer varieties, they're dwarfing them, and so they get about hip high or so, maybe chest high. So they're half the size and 3 times the brightness in the sun. So and through winter, so they're evergreen, but they aren't evergreen. They're ever red,
ever color.
Yeah, they're always the foliage, but the foliage changes depending on how long the days are.
Yeah, I love that they've come up with some new varieties because a lot of people go, oh, like you said, my parents had those, my grandparents. Well, these are newer, they're better behaved. They also would do really well in containers.
Yeah, very much.
Barberries. So right now we have a couple of different ones, and we have the Golden Ruby, which I really like because it's kind of a burgundy color, but it has a yellow outline on the leaf. So so it just is very striking. It really nice little shape. I think it's Golden Ruby is like a 2 by 2, I believe. We got some Lava Nuggets, which have a real dark burgundy leaf to them. They get a little bit bigger, but just really nice fall color out there. And yes, they are going to go dormant, but you get to enjoy them and their coloring before
and the leaves are so small. They just wisp away. Just
they do.
Blow away. Just no cleanup. It's really great. Barberries are awesome.
They are very, very pretty. some of the bigger bushes would be the dwarf burning bush. And even though it says dwarf, it gets 6 to 8 foot tall and wide. It's green, has a dark green leaf to it, except for in the fall where it turns that bright red.
Yeah.
And boy, you see it. There's a couple on our street that has some, and it's just like boing, and you just see it. It's
There's nothing
beautiful.
that colorful all at once.
Yeah.
So burning bush is a classic. And then even when it loses its foliage, because it is deciduous, that the bark up and down the stems are like, it's like cork bark or something. It's really cool. So an interesting plant with or without foliage.
That is very true. So the sumac, so the trilobata, which is kind of the native one for here, gets a really pretty kind of orangey color to it. And there's also tiger eye sumac, which is what, about 4 foot tall?
Yeah, just below hip high or so. 4 might be a bit optimistic. Yeah, it's about hip high or so.
Yeah, there's a bunch out by the Costco.
Yeah.
And every fall you see them just turn this beautiful mass of orange and yellow, and very, very striking. So we've got those. We also have the Amur maple. So Amur is a great maple. If you don't have room for an autumn blaze or a red maple, an Amur behaves itself. It gets about 12 foot tall, probably 10 to 15 foot wide, but you can always shape it and keep it whatever you want. But it gets that really nice fall color like your red maples do, without taking over your entire yard.
The nickname for that is flame maple. So it's a Amur maple, flame maple, same thing. I think of it, it's the same size as a Japanese maple, but it takes the full sun. It likes the dry, it likes wind, it likes neglect, it likes, whereas Japanese maples, you look at them wrong in this climate and they start to suffer, whine, complain, shed leaves. They're just big crybabies. Not an Amur maple is bulletproof.
Right. Speaking of Japanese maple, so we do have some coral bark Japanese maple in, which they kind of get a yellowy fall color. But the great thing about them that is so striking is their bark turns this really bright red color in the fall and winter once those leaves drop. So spectacular, even without the leaves on it. You'd think it'd be like, what is that? But being a Japanese maple, it definitely wants that shade in the summertime. Yeah, definitely. Then we've also got in a great collection of hollies. So, and I love hollies too for fall and winter because you get the berries on them. So we got, I think I wrote it down. Oh, look at me. I did.
There's a dozen varieties out there. It's great. And they're all in bloom. They all have berries on them. It's pretty cool. They got the
berries. And there's Gold Coast, which gets about 6 by 6. So it's a variegated yellow and green holly. The thing with the hollies is they're fairly slow growing. When you say
they are very much easy to maintain.
They do like a shadier spot in the yard. They can take that morning sun, late afternoon sun, but they want some shade out there in the yard. They also do very well in containers, especially up by front doors. If you want something evergreen up by your front door. So we got the Goshiki holly, which is a really pretty, it's actually a false holly, but I love the color on it because it kind of turns more pink in the wintertime. And you're about to tell me I'm out of time. I know.
you got 1 minute.
You're rushing me.
You're getting close.
Okay.
Wrap it up.
We also got some sky pencil holly. So those would be really pretty in a pot by your front door because they get tall, but they stay narrow, like 2 to 3 feet. So they're not going to grab you whenever you're walking in the door. Nice evergreen. We also got a compact Japanese holly, which has a really small leaf to it. These are actually kind of topiaried into kind of cones a little bit.
I thought it was a boxwood when they came in, but then you look at them closer, you're going, that's deeper, richer, greener. It's nicer. It's got berries. It's kind of, that's pretty cool.
It's very, very pretty. And then we also got some colonnades. We got ruby colonnade and emerald colonnade. So these get tall. They're going to get upwards of 10 feet over time. But they have a really kind of soft leaf to them. They don't have that kind of prickly leaf that you're used to on a holly. These are very soft, kind of oval shaped. Very, very attractive.
So hollies will grow, they have a waxy leaf to them, which makes them very efficient on their water use, which makes them very tough. They just aren't going to like the dryness of June. But if you put them in a morning, afternoon, or shaded area, they're going to thrive for years to come. Well, now we are officially out of time. So Ken and Lisa Lain, the mountain gardeners, don't go.
Prescott Blaze maple is the fastest local tree with brilliant red foliage.
Prescott Blaze maples grow 3 feet each year. That's fast.
Prescott Blaze maples are perfect for patios or any place a shade tree is needed.
We have a limited number of huge, instant Prescott Blaze maples.
The maples are brighter in Prescott at Waters Garden Center.
Or shop online at top10trees.com. For a more fruitful garden, increase success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.